Sunflower. You really blossomed on that one. Nice job. Let's see if you can guess this one. Toothbrush. Keeping those pearly whites sparkling, well done. Ready for another one? Take a look at these emojis. All right, Raincoat. Those were the first three. Have you guessed them all so far? This one is a bit more challenging. Let's see if you can get this one right. Football, a perfect kick straight into the goal. Great work. Can you keep the streak alive? Guess this one. Notebook, you wrote down the right answer. Well done. Let's see if the next one is just as easy for you. Bedroom, looks like you're not sleeping on these answers. All right, here comes another challenge. Blackboard, class is in session and you're acing it. Let's see if you can solve the next one. Newspaper extra, you got it right. Can you guess the next word before time runs out? Cupcake, that's a sweet answer. Nice work. Let's see if the next one is a piece of cake too. Backpack, you carried that answer all the way to the finish line. Ready for another emoji puzzle? Moonlight, you're shining bright with these answers. Let's light up the next challenge. Haircut. That answer was a cut above the rest. Can you trim down the next mystery word? Classroom, top marks for that one. Let's move on to the next emoji challenge. Keyboard, you really keyed into that answer. Think you're quick enough for the next one? A fireman, you're on fire with these guesses. Let's see if you can keep the heat going. Lighthouse, that answer guided you safely home. Take a look at the next pair of emojis. Waterfall, that answer flowed right out of you. Let's see if the next one makes a splash too. Snowman, cool answer, well done. Ready to warm up with the next challenge? Doorbell, ding dong, that's the correct answer. Can you ring in another correct answer? All right, airport, you've reached question 20. Are you still flying high with a perfect score? Fasten your seatbelt because the next one is taking off right now. Handbag, you handled that one perfectly. Let's see if you can guess the next word. Teacup, time for a victory sip, well done. Ready for another emoji challenge? Birthday, that's worth celebrating, great job. Let's unwrap the next puzzle. Bookstore, you really read that one well. Can you turn the page and solve the next one? Butterfly, you fluttered right to the answer. Let's see if the next one lands just as easily. Earphone, looks like you were listening carefully. Tune in for the next emoji puzzle. A farmhouse, you harvested another correct answer. Let's grow your score with the next one. Grandmother, that's the kind of answer Grandma would be proud of. Ready for another family-friendly challenge? Homework, looks like you've been studying. Let's see if the next one gets full marks too. Ice cream, that's a cool answer. Nice work. Can you scoop up another point with the next one? Jellyfish, you drifted right to the answer. Let's swim into the next challenge. Mailbox, special delivery, one correct answer. Check out these emojis and guess the next word. A motorcycle, you race straight to the answer. Rev your engines for the next puzzle. Pancake, you flipped that one perfectly. Let's see what's cooking in the next round. Playground, you're playing this game like a pro. Ready to level up with the next word? Railroad, you're right on track. All aboard for the next emoji challenge. Sailboat, smooth sailing on that answer. Let's see if you can navigate the next one. Seashell, you found that answer on the shore with ease. Dive into the next puzzle. Sidewalk, you're walking through these questions. Let's keep moving with the next one. Starfish, you're the star of this quiz so far. Can you shine again on the next challenge? Tablecloth, you covered that answer perfectly. Let's spread out the next puzzle. Toothpaste, that answer was meant to be. Brush up on your guessing skills for the next one. A treehouse, you're climbing higher with every correct answer. Can you branch out and solve the next one? Underwear, you got right to the bottom of that one. Let's see if the next puzzle fits just as well. A windmill, that answer was a breath of fresh air. The next challenge is spinning your way now. Wristwatch, you were right on time with that answer. Let's see if you can beat the clock again. Basketball, nothing but net, great job. Can you score another point with the next word? Bedroom, looks like you're wide awake for this quiz. Here's another challenge coming your way. Bluebird, that answer flew right into place. Get ready, the next one marks a big milestone. All right, Cheesecake, that's question 50 already. How many have you guessed correctly so far?